The surety reinsurance market has long been a model of stability. For years, profits have been consistent, but top rating agencies now warn of a major drop in reinsurer profitability coming by 2026. This isn't just a future problem. The initial warning signs are already flashing. The direct loss ratio for the U.S. USD industry has already climbed from 15% to 21% in just 1 year. Next, we'll connect inflation, mega projects, and market shifts to show the cause of this looming profit squeeze. As losses increase, the first line of defense is changing. Reinsurers are pushing more risk back to primary insurers by increasing their attachment points. This isn't an isolated reaction. A few severe surety losses in 2025 sent a wave of conservatism across the entire industry, raising underwriting standards. So, primary carriers hold more risk, and underwriting is tighter. How does this affect the availability of reinsurance itself? First, some reinsurers are pulling back. They are actively restricting writing in business classes with poor loss performance. Second, old losses create new problems. Adverse development from 2021 to 2024 claims is still dictating today's renewal terms and pricing. Finally, while primary surety writers are profitable now, rising reinsurance rates are a ticking clock on their own margins. We see the market reacting. But what fundamental forces are driving these rising losses? A main culprit is a powerful economy-wide pressure, inflation. Inflation attacks surety bonds directly. It raises material and labor costs, creating a dangerous gap between a project's original bid and its final cost. This gap puts immense financial stress on contractors. When they default from these unforeseen costs, the reinsurer faces a much larger bill than planned. Compounding the inflation problem are sustained high interest rates. This increases contractor borrowing costs and directly raises the probability of default. For reinsurers, this isn't just background noise. This economic uncertainty forces a rewrite of their pricing models for a higher baseline risk of failure. So, rising costs and expensive debt are putting contractors in a bind. Now let's see how these pressures are amplified in the real world. These aren't abstract risks. Unexpected bankruptcies in sectors like oil and gas in 2023 and 2024 forced reinsurers to reevaluate their entire exposure. Beyond single failures, a larger trend is magnifying potential losses, the sheer scale of modern projects. The contract surety market is seeing a surge in mega projects. Why is this so dangerous? A billion-dollar project failure is not just 10 times worse than a $100 million one. Its complexity creates exponential risk. This means a single large claim can now erase years of profit for a reinsurer. This concentration of risk is a fundamental change in market behavior. Because of these outsized risks, reinsurers now put specific business classes under a microscope. Sectors like renewable energy face intense scrutiny. But there's a complication. While the surety space tightens, the wider reinsurance market is actually getting softer due to an influx of capital. However, surety reinsurance, with its long-tail credit risk, responds differently than property catastrophe lines. The specific pressures on surety persist. Another complexity is private equity's growing involvement in contracting firms. This often adds debt, altering the credit profiles underwriters must assess. Digital operations also introduce new perils. Cybersecurity events are now leading to surety bond claims, a new and unpredictable source of loss. We have economic headwinds, massive projects, and new risk types. How do these forces combine to create the perfect storm for 2026? When sustained inflation hits a multi-year billion-dollar project, the original bond can quickly become dangerously inadequate. Remember, we asked what was driving losses? It's this multiplier effect. Inflation fuels defaults on the largest projects, leading to catastrophic claims. This combined threat explains the market behavior from earlier. Tighter underwriting isn't just about past losses, it's a defense against this new risk paradigm. All these interconnected pressures are converging on a single point in time. So, what is the final verdict for 2026? The profit squeeze facing surety reinsurance isn't from one factor. It is the culmination of macroeconomic pressure and a concentrating risk landscape. That Fitch ratings forecast we opened with is no longer a simple prediction. It is the logical, almost inevitable outcome of the forces we've broken down. The key drivers. Persistent inflation erodes project finances. Mega projects concentrate risk to new levels. Industry defenses are tightening capacity. For professionals in surety, reinsurance, and construction, the coming years will demand a new level of diligence. The era of predictable profit is being tested.